Hello, welcome back to my little YouTube channel. Hopefully this is recording all right and you can hear me because I want to speak about a book. This is the first time I've done a booktube video for about 8 months. I kind of gave up on it. I moved away, started doing a blog and got carried away with that and didn't have enough time for this or didn't make time. But now I'm back and I'm going to start reviewing very short episodes on YouTube talking about the books that I've read recently and I've loved. I don't tend to talk about the ones that I don't like because I don't want to give them time. I don't want to give them space because I didn't enjoy them. So why would I want to comment on them negatively? I'm going to talk about things I liked. I'm going to start with this one by Nick Hornby. I like short books. I think people know I like short books. And this one's called State of the Union. And I bought it last year and I only recently finished it. And it was in quite short chapters. There were 10 of them. And they each talked about when this married couple who were having a few difficulties with their marriage went back every week to a therapist, a marital therapist, and before they went there, they always had a little meet-up just, in the half an hour before their therapy session, they went to the local pub and they had conversations, sometimes heated, sometimes funny, usually quite sarcastic actually and quite entertaining. And in those chapters of about 10, 12, 15 pages, you found out what happened each week at the pub whilst they were having a drink, doing a crossword, or maybe trying to analyse other couples. There was one elderly couple that used to often go to the therapist before them, and the therapist lived or worked just across the way from the pub. They could see them coming out and they used to speculate on what was happening in their life and why they needed a therapist in their old age, and some of their reflections on life were really funny. The guy was called Tom, and he was a journalist, a music reporter. I think he was a bit out of work at the time. He was a bit down on his luck when he fell out with his wife and moved out from home during these 10 weeks. I won't tell you what happened after that, but she was a doctor, is a doctor, and it was played out also on a BBC iPlayer series as well, which I've also watched. I've kind of read a chapter, watched an episode, and they're only about 10 minutes online if you want to check them out. They're really, really good. The woman in it is the actress who was in Gone Girl, and there's the bloke from the IT crowd, Chris O'Dowd, who was Tom. So yeah, this book, it's thoroughly entertaining. I'll just give you a quick brief as to what it says on the back in the blurb. It says, each week, Tom and Louise meet for a quick drink in the pub before they go to meet their marriage counsellor. Married for years and with 2 children, a recent incident has exposed the fault lines in their relationship in a way that Tom, for one, does not wish to think about. And I love it because it really examines the nitty-gritty of their relationship. One of them had had a tiny fling. Well, I say tiny, obviously it's a big deal for them. They'd kind of fallen apart, but they still really were into each other in many ways. And you're kind of picking apart the things they have in common and how they may or may not still belong together, and they have children and they have that parental responsibility. And the sarcasm and the wit by Nick Hornby is brilliant. I'd seen his movie About a Boy. I'd heard of his other work, but I haven't read any of his work. This is my first Nick Hornby book, and the way that it's written was brilliant, and I'll definitely be going back for more. So yeah, my quick review says this is a short book well worth a read, very modern, very funny, analytical of a marriage. You will follow it along and enjoy it, and you might want to check it out on the BBC channel as well. Thank you for listening. I hope you might consider liking or even subscribing as my channel gets back up and running again, and more to come. Thank you very much.